Hey everyone, welcome to week 6. I hope that everyone is doing well. This is the second of the 2 weeks that we're going to spend on single system designs. We're going to talk about some alternative designs this week, although um, really to do the single system design project, everything that you would have needed to know was in last week's material. So let me just take you through this week's stuff here. Um, there is no reading this week, and then my lecture is down here, and the PowerPoint slides obviously right here. The assignment this week is it's not a discussion. It's not it's not anything that you have to hand in. Just send me a quick update on how your lit review is going. If you have any questions, you have any problems, you're welcome to ask those questions there. The lit review is due at the end of week 7, and let me just pause the video and double check on that date real quick. Okay, so I just, sorry for that awkward pause. Like I said, I just wanted to check on the date. The date that the single system design, I'm sorry, the date that the lit review paper is due is um, is July 12th. So that's the end of week 7. So at some point this week, just send me an update. Give me a call if you want to, anything like that. There's no reading this week. But of course, the other thing that you should be thinking about starting probably sometime this week or next week at the latest is your single system design. Now, I know you submit your proposal or submitted proposals last week. I'm going to try and get those back to you within just like 2 days here. So keep an eye on UB Learns for that, and I should have them back. Now, what you're going to want to do for the single system design, you're looking at about 15 measurements minimum, 5 in the first baseline phase, and then the rest of those measurements distributed throughout either your second, or if you have a third phase, your second and third phase. I'm going to pause the video again and just switch over to Excel. But before I do that, since we're using Excel to sort of track the single system design data, if you're not comfortable with Excel, what I did is I put an introduction here. It's about 25 minutes long. It'll take you through just sort of the basics on what it is we're going to do. Now, we do have to sort of analyze and manipulate the single system design data, and we have to sort of add things up and create some line graphs. That's what I mean by manipulate. Um, so I will show you how to do that. But if you're not comfortable with Excel, this would be a good just sort of short introduction to watch here. Okay, so this is how. So I would recommend using Excel to keep track of your single system design data. Google Sheets I'm not terribly familiar with, and I suppose you could use it, but I'm not going to be able to help you with it. I think I've said this before, but if I haven't, it's worth saying. You can get Excel and Word and PowerPoint and everything else that's in Office for free from UBIT. Just go to their website and search for it. You have to enter your UBIT password and stuff like that, but it's free to download. And Excel will make things much easier because all of my videos um, are in Excel and not anything else. So what I would do here, and I'm just zooming in so it's a little bit easier to see. It doesn't really matter where you start in the spreadsheet here, but I would create a couple of columns here. Maybe date or date of measurement. Maybe a column for phase, and then depending on how many questions your measure has, I would do a column for each of those questions. So you could do Q1, or you could just do 1, 2, 3. If that's what you wanted. That kind of thing. So, let's say, I'm going to start here, 629, yep, 29, 630. How many days are in June? 30 days has September, April. Oh, yeah, okay. So, and then obviously July 1. So you could fill in sort of the date like that, and then you could use, we're just using A's and B's for the different phase, and then each time you complete the measure, you could just sort of fill in what your responses to those individual questions are. Now, I'm not using any specific measure here. I'm just sort of modeling how to enter the data. You don't need to worry about doing anything, so you don't need to add these up. You don't need to average them. You just have to sort of respond to the questions in the way the measure tells you to. You just need to record your answers. In future weeks, I will show you um, how to manipulate this data. So if these numbers need to be added up, I will show you how to do that. If they need to be averaged, I'll show you how to do that. If they have to be reverse scored, I'll show you again how to do all that here in the coming weeks. But like I said, this is merely just to sort of give you a template for getting started. Um, so I know we're sort of more than 50% of the way through the semester, and I just want to sort of reiterate, as in closing here, sort of um, my commitment to everyone getting through this course successfully. So if you're feeling down, if you're feeling um, if you're feeling challenged by the semester and by graduate school and by just all of the things going on in the world, give me a call this week. I don't have a lot of meetings. I think I have one meeting like Tuesday morning or something like that. But otherwise, I'm going to be working on the stuff that I work on. So give me a call and let's just talk about where you are. I know that this is usually the sort of low point in the semester because we're sort of halfway through, grades start coming back. You don't always feel, it feels dark. So like I said, I don't mean to ramble on here, but my goal, as I said back in the beginning of the semester, is to make sure everyone gets through my classes successfully and with the grade that they're interested in. So give me a shout, if there's anything you want to talk about. And of course, if there's anything you're related to setting up your single system design, we can talk about that too. We can do that pretty quickly over the phone. So I hope everyone has a great week. Hope everyone's doing well, and I look forward to hearing from you, at least with an update about your lit review, or your lit review papers. All right, thanks for watching, everyone. Bye bye.